Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are reviewing the long-awaited Dune, directed by Denis Vilenueve, starring Timothee Chalamet, Oscar Isaac, Zendaya, Jason Momoa, Josh Brolin, and many, many more. But before we go any further, if you could be a dear, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps the channel out and it means a lot to me. So thank you if you do. So Dune is based on the classic sci-fi book by Frank Herbert. To give you a very brief plot summary without spoiling anything for you, it follows Paul Atreides of House Atreides, brackets, the good guys, close brackets. For a lot of political underhand scheming, House Atreides have been asked to take hold of a hostile planet known as Arrakis. Arrakis plays host to a very valuable substance known as spice. Spice acts almost like a drug in this world. And protecting this spice is very big and scary sandworms that respond to the vibrations of your movement on the sand. Trust me when I say I have done more than cut the fat off that story for you. I am really trying to just give you the thinnest version there so that this film is not spoiled for you, because you need to experience this in its whole. The most obvious thing that hit me with this movie is the scale. My God, the size and the depth to this movie. It's breathtaking. It's really, really stunning to look at. There is beauty in every single frame of this film, whether it just be the design of a set or some enormous spaceship coming out from under the water. It really is a spectacle. The universe here felt realised and lived in, and it did intrigue me. It was creative and outlandish. I did want to touch it. I did want to explore and find out more about it. I thought the film did a fantastic job of taking its time and letting these characters breathe and slowly come to life and build that connection with the audience. I do think it's quite hard to judge all of the performances, not only because there is so many of them, but also some people are in this for the whole way through. Some people get introduced with about 20 minutes left to go. Some people are in it for just the first 30 minutes. It's quite hard to go through each and every single one. I will just boil it down to, I thought everyone was fantastic, but the two that really shined for me was Oscar Isaac and Jason Momoa. It was really nice to see Oscar Isaac in a much older and wiser role compared to the usual sort of handsome scallywag role that he gets. It was just refreshing in that sense, and I thought he did it very well. And Jason Momoa, as always, is just dripping in charm and charisma in this movie. He is so likable in just about anything that he does. He was fantastic here and I thoroughly enjoyed his performance. My least favourite performance would have to be Zendaya, unfortunately. I'm a big fan of hers. Do take that criticism with a pinch of salt though. She isn't in it for that long, but for when she is on camera, I thought she was incredibly monotone and just no emotion to her voice. In fact, I could say that about Timothee Chalamet at times, but I see that in a lot of Chalamet performances. I don't know if that's just something he does. I like him a lot. I think he's a good performer, but I'm not on the hype train that everyone else is for him. I sometimes think he's a Charles Ryan Gosling. Don't hurt me. I like him, but I don't think he's God's gift to acting. I think at times he really does need to find a deeper level than just this kind of moody teenager that he seems to constantly go as a baseline for. Now, as much as I praise the film for taking its time and getting the characters into focus as well as the world building, it is a slow watch. This isn't going to be for everybody. There is quite a lot of monotone political talk in big giant halls. And if that isn't your thing, this might put you to sleep. Myself, I constantly found it intriguing though. I never found the discussions to be boring. I was fully engaged in what was being said. But I have to admit, I do think it lacked emotion in the characters at times. They are a little bit too monotone. But it is a long, drawn-out experience, and I'm a big fan of Denis Vilenueve, but that is a criticism I have about him. He does like these films to be very big, very long, and ultimately when you look at the finished product, there is a good 5-10 minutes that could be shaved off every single time. And that same rule applies to Dune, but at this point, I've just kind of come to expect this from Vilenueve. If I know he directed it, I'm going to bring a little bit of extra money to maybe get a refill for a drink because I'm gonna be sat on my arse for a while here. 'Tis the Vilenueve way. But yes, this is a stunning movie that's beautifully written, pretty well performed, except for the handful that I thought were a little bit dull and lacking emotion and character. And I personally can't wait to see part 2 of this. So I'm going to give Dune a 10 out of 10. This is one of those films where you need to know your own preferences. If you are not a fan of long, drawn-out sci-fi epics that's going to put you to sleep, then you're not going to enjoy this. This is going to bore you to death. But if you like that kind of thing, if you're into your Star Warses, your Lord of the Rings, and all these big blockbuster films, oh, get yourself 2 tickets. Go and see this twice. You are going to love this experience. Thank you for watching this review. Please be sure to leave a like and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And please be sure to leave a comment as well. What did you think of the new movie Dune? And are you excited to see part 2? Take care and look forward to seeing you on the next review.